Hi class. All right, next we're going to talk about reflections. All right, a reflection is another type of transformation. With reflections, instead of sliding, we are going to flip. All right, with reflections, all right, we think of that mirror image. All right, we flip the figure over a line of reflection. If you look at this picture over here, all right, this is a reflection, all right? This line right here would be considered our line of reflection, all right? We would be flipping over the y-axis here, okay? Again, with reflections, we pretty much think of that mirror image. It's like if you were looking into a mirror. If you were looking at your face in the mirror, you would see your face back, okay? If you're looking at your butt, or here, I guess the fish's tail, you would see your butt or the fish's tail back, okay? So that's what reflections are. It's that mirror image, all right, of the pre-image. It's still the same thing, but we flip it, all right? Again, if you're looking at your face is going to be closest to you. You see your face back. If you're looking at your butt, you see your butt. All right. One thing that I do recommend in the beginning is to highlight the axis of reflection. So our line of reflection, highlight it, and then you should have a picture on both sides. So for this first example, we're going to graph the reflection of the triangle over the y-axis. So I would highlight lightly the y-axis. All right, and now, since we are reflecting over the y-axis, we're going to have our pre-image here and our image on the other side. So, two other examples. If you look, this one is an example of a reflection over the y-axis. Here's my pre-image, my new image. Notice how C is closest to the y-axis, so our C prime is going to be closest also. We're no longer just sliding. Instead, we're flipping, all right? We're flipping. And then B is furthest away, and then there's A. All right, so that's over the y-axis. And real quick, where is it? If you look, sliding, it stays exactly the same, all right? We're not going to have that, though, with our reflection. So that's across Y. Now let's look what it looks like across X, all right? We would flip across the X-axis, all right? C is closest, so again, it's going to be closest here, all right? And then we have A and B. All right, let's look at the one that we're going to do now. So if we want to reflect this whole thing, we're going to take it point by point again. All right, looking at point A. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking at how far away A is from the y-axis. It is 5 units away, and it's to the left of the y-axis. So what we need to do, since we're flipping it or reflecting it across Y, it's going to be on the other side, but the same units away. We got to keep it on this same level. So we're going to plot A on the same level, and it's going to be 5 units now to the right. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it 5 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I plot that, and that is going to be A prime. Okay? Next, let's look at B. Looking at point B. Right now, B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from Y. All right? It's 5 units left of the y-axis. So we're going to make it so it's 5 units to the right of the y-axis for our B prime when we reflect it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go 1 on the same level. We stay right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. and we're going to call that B prime. Okay? Next, we're going to do C. So looking at C, C is 2 units away from the y-axis. It's 2 units to the left. So we are going to make C 2 units to the right. On the other side of the y-axis, it has to be that same distance away. I think that was up here. Nope. But it's going to be the same distance away on the other side. So we're going to make it 2 units. Ha ha ha. This should have said to the right. And same thing here. It's going to be 2 units to the right of the y-axis. So let's go and plot it on the same level. So on the other side of y, 1, 2. And we're going to call that our C prime. Okay, and then when we go to make our lines, to make the shape, put it kind of back together after doing our points, we should have that same image, but it is flipped. Okay, C is closest to the mirror or to the line of reflection, so we're going to see C on the other side. It's going to be the closest again. So the easiest way to tell the difference between a translation or a reflection is you gotta look at the coordinates, okay? Look at the coordinates to tell. All right, let's look at the next problem. All right, we're gonna reflect this figure over the y-axis. So again, I kind of like drawing or highlighting the axis so I know which one I'm gonna go over. So for this one, we're going to go over the y-axis, which means I'm going to have a picture on this side and then my other picture on the other side of the y-axis, okay? Real quick, that's the biggest mistake that people do. They go over the wrong axis. So we don't want to make that mistake. So again, we're going to start with each point or each letter separately. All right, so looking at, I mean, like, you don't have to start with A. We can start with whichever one we want. I would probably start with B. B is 1 away from the y-axis. So on the other side, I'm going to make it 1 away. There's my point for B, and we're going to call it B prime. All right, looking at C. C is 1 away. Again, on the other side of the y-axis, it's going to be the same distance away. So we're going to make it 1 away on the other side, and then that's C prime. And again, we're keeping it on the same level. All right, looking at D. All right, D is 1, 2, 3 away from the y-axis. So on the other side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 away. Okay, and then that is going to be D prime. All right, and then next we have E. E is 1, 2, 3 units away. So on the other side, on that same level, we're going to make it 3 units away. 1, 2, and 3. All right, that is our E prime. Oops. Hopefully you're writing these letters better than I am. Okay, next we have F. F is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 away. Or you can look at it and see that F is 2 units away from E, but further away. So we could also do it like that. It's 1, 2 away from E, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you'll get it either way. All right, and that is F prime. And then last we have A is also going to be 5 units away, or you can see how far away it is from B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's 5 units away from Y, and that is our A prime. All right, our last step. Let's go ahead and connect the dots. All right, so that we have the same figure. It's just flipped. So I'm connecting the dots. Should have that same picture. It should be the same size. It's just flipped. All right, beautiful. Last, we also need to be able to say what those coordinates are. So we should be able to draw it. We also need to be able to say what those coordinates are. So looking at A, that's going to be 5 and then -1 for A prime. B prime is going to be 1, -1. All right, C prime, it's going to be 1 and then -3. Good. D prime, 3, -3. E prime, 3, -5. And F prime, we were at 5, -5. All right. Our pre-image was in quadrant 3, and our new image or image is in quadrant 4. So sometimes they might also ask you, if we perform a reflection across the y-axis, what quadrant will we end up in? So we also need to know how to do that. Let's look at the next problem. All right, this time we're going to reflect over the y or the x-axis. So again, I kind of highlight my x-axis. And now, again, we're going to have our other picture, our other figure on the other side of x now. Okay, so looking at C, C is 2 units away from x. So on the other side of x, I'm going to make it 2 units away. So right there is going to be my C prime. Okay. D is 2 units away. So on the other side, it's going to be 2 units away again. There's D prime. All right, and this one's a little funky. It's not a rectangle, it's a parallelogram. So A is not directly above C, so we just have to be careful. All right, but A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units away, okay, from X. So it's going to be 6 units away on that same level, okay? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and there's our A prime. And then B is 6 units away, so it's going to be 6 units away on the same level. It's right there. B prime. Okay, we could have also looked to see that B is 1, 2, 3 away from A. It's still 1, 2, 3 away from A. Again, with these reflections, it's the same shape, we're just flipping it over. Okay, go ahead and connect the dots. Should end up being a mirror image. All right, perfect. All right, and then last, we also need to be able to say what our transformed coordinates are. All right, so A prime is going to be 2, -6. B prime, 5, -6. C prime is going to be 1, -2. And D prime, 4, -2. Okay, perfect. Real quick, let's say that we were trying to transform something that looked like this. Let me do this. Oops. Let's say that it looked something like this. And we were trying to flip it over the x-axis. All right, well, my new picture, okay, what we would have to do is, again, do each point separately. So this point would only be 1 away right there. Okay, so that point there would be 1 away there. This point would be 1 away there. This point right here is actually 2 away. So on the other side, 1, 2 away. And this guy would be 2 away over there. I should have actually done this over here so you guys could have seen better. Let's do it over here. So again, This one was 1 away. It would go right there, 1 away. This guy is 2 away, so on the other side, 2 away, and then 2 away. And then when I go to connect the dots, this is what it would look like. All right, so it would kind of be overlapping. All right, and we would be, my new image would actually be in quadrant 2 and quadrant 3 because the original was in both quadrants also. All right, so I just wanted to show you sometimes it won't be completely in one quadrant, okay, and that you just take it one point at a time. All right, let's go ahead and once you feel good about this, you're going to go ahead and start the practice. You need to draw your picture and then also write your new coordinates. Don't forget to label A prime, B prime, C prime, etc. Good luck.